Well, Israeli forces have now also carried out more raids and arrests overnight in the occupied West Bank. We can now speak to Imran Khan. He joins us from Ramallah. Imran, we know that these raids and arrests have been escalating. They're continuing to do so?
That's absolutely right. We've actually heard from a senior military commander in the occupied West Bank, an Israeli, who says the gloves are now off in dealing with Palestinians within the occupied West Bank, and these raids are continuing. In fact, even as we speak, there is a raid in Tubas in the northwest of the occupied West Bank. We're hearing at least 5 Palestinians have been injured there by Israeli army. 85 were arrested overnight. These raids took place between about 3 and 5 in the morning. There was one in the village of Kobar, northwest of Ramallah. That's the one I actually heard. It was really near where we are. It's about 4 or 5 kilometers away, and we could hear the stun grenades and we could hear those sound bombs going off. That lasted until about 5 in the morning. There were also raids in Hebron and Biddu, and we're hearing that about 1,450 Palestinians have been arrested since October the 7th. Now, that increases the number of Palestinians in jail to 6,600. 1,600 of those are actually been arrested without charge. And also the death tolls are increasing as well, even here in the occupied West Bank, 104 since October the 7th.
And Imran, I see there have been more protests in front of the Red Cross office there in Ramallah?
That's absolutely right. Families of the people who have been arrested have actually gone into the ICRC building. They've delivered a letter to the International Red Crescent workers there, and they've said that Israel needs to do much more than it's doing to help these people at least find out information about their families. They want to put pressure on the ICRC to put pressure on Israel. Whether actually the ICRC can do that or not remains to be seen. But as we're speaking, it's actually worth just pointing out to you, you can probably hear it. There are some protesters now coming into the main square in Ramallah. But what's actually intriguing are those Palestinian security forces there. They're actually armed. We don't really see that in Menara Square. It's the first time we're actually seeing that since during the day, at least. So I don't know why they're out in such big number. The protests do happen quite regularly here in Menara Square. This is perhaps a sign of the tensions here out on the streets on the occupied West Bank. People are very angry at everything that they've been seeing, all of those pictures that they've been seeing coming out of Gaza. And I've said this to you before, Nastasia, and it hasn't changed. People are still really afraid that what's happening in Gaza could still happen here in the occupied West Bank.
Imran Khan there on the ground for us in Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. Thank you, Imran.